Okay, so welcome back. This is the next video in our series, and we're going to talk about minting. So what is minting? Minting is opening a new position or minting new U tokens. Why are we talking about it opening a new position? Well, that's because when you are minting a synthetic, you're essentially taking out debt against the collateral you have deposited. So this debt is basically against your USDC that you have included, that you've locked in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in how many uSTONKS I want to do. You'll see here I typed in 0.5 for a reason, and that's because it's not going to let me do that because the minimum mint amount is 1. So you have to mint 1 uSTONK. So once I type that in, now it's telling me I don't have enough USDC in my wallet. That's okay. I'm not going to, because gas is just very high right now, I'm not going to click through everything. You guys will just have to take my word for it. But if I wanted to mint 1 uSTONK, it automatically populates USDC here. So why is it populating this? Well, it's populating this based on the global collateral ratio. And you can see it's actually the current transaction. If I were to run this, it's slightly higher than this. But the global collateral ratio is the minimum ratio you need to maintain of USDC to uSTONKS for minting. Now, you can have less collateral deposited. We'll talk about that later. And in fact, you'll see here, this tells you what your collateral ratio is for liquidation. So basically, if the GCR is 2.83, this is saying that your absolute minimum collateral ratio is 1.27, essentially, or a little bit over 1.27. So we can talk about that more later when we're talking about withdrawing. But if I wanted to mint these, right, I specify how much USDC I want to deposit. Now I can actually put in more. Let's say I wanted to put in 1,000, and you can see here it tells me again what my current transaction collateral ratio is. Again, it's a lot higher now than the GCR. Why would I do that? Well, I might do that because maybe this asset is very volatile. Maybe I'm just really here for the rewards, and I'm worried about liquidation risk, and I just want to add some cushion and some padding. So you can do that, right? You don't have to mint just this amount, but this is the minimum for minting. And you can see now that I've input actual numbers, some of these things have populated in a different way. So the liquidation price, this is how much, if the asset price, or so if uSTONKS, again right here, if this goes to 629 from 277, that is the point at which my position will be liquidated. So this is an important thing to keep an eye on. And then once I wanted to mint, I would approve the token. So you're approving USDC, and then I would click mint, and then I would have my tokens. So that is minting. Pretty straightforward, but just a few things to keep in mind. And in the next video, we're going to talk about depositing.